Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power. This is part two I was telling you about in the first video. And picking up where we left off at, we're talking about this slut hole, Cardi B, who picked up some awards, at the Billboard Music Awards last night. And everybody knows, she's nothing, but a slut hoe, and stating that she, how she sucked and fucked and robbed black men to finance her fucking career, and then people celebrate that shit. They tell her, you had to do what you had to do. Niggas was saying this shit to this bitch. And how she is so motherfucking disrespectful. Making all these racist motherfucking remarks. She stinks. She's a nothing but a wetback slut hole bitch. Who the white man uses her at his fucking disposals. She's the bitch that when these crackers, these executives, these music executives, these blood-sucking white Jews, when they have their fucking parties, they call her private house parties in exchange for protection from the media and secure her motherfucking financial career. She does whatever they tell her to do. They piss on her. She spanks them. They let her. They spank her. She spanks them because the white man's a bitch. And whatever they want her to do. It's now hard to see this shit. And the Billboard Music Awards was nothing but a fucking mulatto fest. And see, this is how this bitch is. She's a nasty hoe. And see, this is very, very disrespectful and a fucked up, terrible example to our young queens. And to the mothers of young queens, please don't let your child watch this bitch on TV or emulate her in any way.
This is another Infosol production.
Drake, he walked away with about 12 awards, and like I said, it was mulatto night. You never seen Tupac or Biggie or any of them walk away with awards like that. But since he's a mulatto, he's cut from the cloth of a white woman, and he's a mulatto. And then he dedicates all the support that the black community gives this bisexual faggot, this fuckboy, non-rapping, motherfucking mulatto. He dedicated his awards to this little bitch that plays on Game of Thrones. He didn't dedicate it to his uncle Larry Graham, who been into music all his fucking life. That's how it came into his DNA. He didn't dedicate nothing to his father. He didn't dedicate nothing to the black community. And see, white America loves this shit when a nigga gives props to the white bitch. See, Drake can do no motherfucking wrong. Biggie never got no awards like that. Pac. Let's talk about, speaking of Biggie and Pac, let's talk about some brothers and sisters that the industry exterminated for either being stand-up guys, non-compromising niggas and non-compromising queens, or just trying to create their own businesses, their own corporation, or putting the motherfucking cracker on blast. Other than Pac and Biggie, Eazy-E, Craig Mack, Mac Dre, Proof. See, these are brothers that were sacrificed. Jam Master Jay, ODB, Big Pun, Nipsey Hussle, Big L, Aaliyah, Left Eye, Nate Dogg. Let's talk about tragedy. Speaking of sacrifices, let's talk about a tragedy that just took place recently. Tony Braxton's 24-year-old niece, Lauren Braxton, 24 years old. Now, reports said one of her friends she was visiting went upstairs to use the bathroom of some sort, came back down. Lauren was on the floor, unresponsive. Paramedics arrived. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Now, 24 years old, with no history, no medical history. Now, Lauren is the daughter of Michael Braxton. Tony Braxton's their only brother, the Braxton's only brother. And I believe he's the eldest or next to the eldest. And the only excuse he could come up with, that he stated that he believed that she had some heart problems at 24 years old. With the money that they had, it doesn't add up, brothers and sisters. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. And if you ask me my thoughts on this, I think that the sister was sacrificed. I believe she was poisoned as a way of the Braxtons getting back in good graces with the music execs. Because right now, they doing the reality TV circuit, and Tony wants to get back in good graces with these music execs so she can get back on stardom level, which I doubt will never happen. But I believe this young girl was used as a tool. And she was very, very tight with Tony. And this shit is not a coincidence, brothers and sisters. And she wanted to be just like Tony. She favored Tony a lot. I believe, because the Braxtons are a wicked group of motherfucking hoes. A wicked group of black hoes, opportunists, sluts, willing to do anything with anybody to get ahead. Anytime Tony Braxton sucked Birdman's dick, you know for a fact that she was trying to get a come up like a motherfucker. But the sacrificing of Lauren Braxton, you will see, will put them back in the media spotlight, and once again, they'll begin to start working on new projects. Projects will be given to them because it's two reasons why a sacrifice is given. One, to prove and show your loyalty, to show your true loyalty. Two, to let everyone know that you're down, that you're down, that you're willing to let someone go. See, they didn't let, none of the sisters were sacrificed. See, they're not willing to get down like that. So they had to pick someone. And so, who better than the niece? So this you'll see, and Miss Braxton is the madam of her daughters. The Braxtons are the black Kardashians. The Kardashians and the Braxtons are one and the same. They got a mother for a madam that fucks young men, that fucks the daughter's company and guests, and fucks the daughter's leftovers, and teach the daughters how to be opportunists. Because Toni Braxton and Kim Kardashian has fucked all around the world. All around the world. And they have no problem with that. Now, the Braxtons are, doing nude photos now. Toni has done nude photos. And now Tamar, who will do any motherfucking thing, who is trying to be hood, but she's not hood. She comes from Odenton, Maryland. And see, this is the old Toni Braxton. The old Toni Braxton. This is when Toni Braxton was trying to have a clean image and had a good head start with a clean image before she was introduced to the entertainment industry, and she went buck motherfucking wild. And now she's just an opportunist, willing to do anything. And see, a lot of people don't know what type of impact does that have on your children. But once again, I want to talk about this brother Muhammad Wah, who was accused and found guilty and convicted in shooting this lily white bitch, Justine DeMond. Now, out of all the killings, the police have murdered so many, 998 police fatal killings in 2018. 998. 997 in 2017. What about Philando Castile, Walter Scott, Alton Sterling? All of those brothers and sisters, Sandra Bland, Corinne Gaines, just the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of black men and women that have been executed in broad daylight on camera by these devils, and they walk killing unarmed black men and women, and the jury acquits them. But yet when a white bitch is shot, it's all hell breaks loose in the judicial system, in the criminal injustice system. And we sit back and say nothing. All the brothers and sisters that have been murdered and the ones that are going to be murdered, you never know. It could be you and I, it could be someone in your family Someone that you know could be next. And we're not understanding, we're not waking up to this shit. We're not waking up to this. And we got to be clear about the shit that goes on in the black community. When I say that this motherfucking cracker, when I call him an ice monkey or a snow gorilla, this is what I'm talking about. The primitive savage mindset that this motherfucker has. He has no compassion for the black man and woman. No respect for the black man and woman. None. Whenever there is a call in the hood, if it's domestic, they send a cracker in the black neighborhood and go straight to the black man. They're locking 10-year-olds up, 11-year-olds up in Washington, D.C. Nobody is saying shit. But every time something happens to a motherfucking Peckerwood, then it's a big goddamn worldwide motherfucking issue. Because nobody's not saying nothing. Nobody's not standing up. We act like we do not give a fuck about what goes on in the black community. What goes on around us. See, a lot of you niggas are so goddamn afraid of this goddamn white man. It scares other people that are not scared. Your fear overwhelms and puts fear in the motherfuckers that don't have any. Just be quiet, we gonna get in trouble and all this bullshit. Taking sides with this devil. And they are devils. Believe me, they are devils. Raise your hand if you've been followed in the store. Raise your hand if you've been discriminated against. Raise your hand if you've been pulled over. Raise your hand if you've been stopped. Raise your hand if you've been found guilty or had to plead guilty in court because there was no way out. Going head up against the motherfucking cracker. Raise your hand if you are late on a bill, the attitude that the cracker has is not pleasant. Raise your hand if the motherfucking cracker rides on your ass harder than he does everyone else. So I get sick of you niggas talking about everything is okay. We come a long way. I don't give a damn about slavery. You know, this never happened. Slavery was good for us. All this boot licking, ass licking motherfucking shit that you niggas do and say. And see, the reason why you niggas say that shit, because see, the cracker done gave you some goddamn toys. And tell you he gonna give you some more goddamn toys to play with if you do what he tells you to do. Whatever he instructs you to do, you do it. I was in the CVS, the white CVS, getting a fucking watch battery. And here comes this old young black faggot motherfucking nigga. Comes over there. Apparently he been watching me. But just like I told him, you know, I should have took this shit. I should have took it and not been, you know, purchasing shit from this cracker anyway. Cause those who be taking, I don't knock you. I don't have nothing against you motherfuckers going in these white establishments taking shit from them. Fuck them. Because they're watching you any motherfucking way. And they are expecting you to do it, so why not? And see the motherfucking Latino community, them the biggest goddamn thieves in the hood. Them motherfuckers coming in with strollers, baby strollers, filling the whole back of the strollers up. And then when they caught, they play like they don't know English. Me no understand English. No English. You don't need to understand it, motherfucker, in jail. You don't need to understand shit, but know how to get in that goddamn cell. But see, it don't work like that for them. I did a survey of DC jail. There are 98% of the inmates in DC jail are black. 98. And you mean to tell me crackers don't commit crimes in DC? And I'm going to do a video on that too, coming up. And so, that concludes this video, brothers and sisters. I hope you got something out of it. Your donations and your support is greatly needed at all times, as always. And to my supporters and donors, much love, mad love goes out to you. Sister Diane Nelson up there in Connecticut, keep hanging on in there. And this sister fights this goddamn cracker. And I appreciate Sister Gladys Holcutt and her mother. They always send good information, good DVDs. And I really appreciate you all. All my subscribers, all of you. From the first one, anytime nigga, to the most recent one who's going to subscribe today. You mean a lot to me. And I do this for y'all. But until next time we meet again, brothers and sisters, as always, Hotep, Black Power.